Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about the Arbiter of Ashes, which is the pinnacle bosses that you find into the Burning Monolith. I'm going to go through all the mechanics, and before we start, just for you to know, if you want to enter the Burning Monolith, you will need 3 fragments. The fragments that are based and located into the different citadel of the game, the one from Act 1, the one from Act 2, and the one from Act 3 that are on the map. The further where you go from the start, the more chance you have from locating those citadels, and you need to run a T15 maps in those citadel to have the fragment drop. I'm not going to go into the details of the fragment, there is a specific video that is dedicated to that, and I'm going to jump right into the fight of the Arbiter of Ashes. So for this fight, there is 2 very important things to do before. First, you need to capture fire resistances. There is a lot of fire attack that is going to do, so having fire resistances capped is going to help you. And the second one is you need some movement speed. I started with 20%, and some of the mechanics I was really close and I died. So definitely having more than 20% is going to be helpful if you don't want to die on certain mechanics. This fight has 2 phases, and probably the first one is, to my opinion, the most dangerous one. It always starts with the same thing, which is after channeling the pillar is going to cast a beam of fire at you. You just need to side dodge it and then take off about a third of his life, so he will do his first signature mechanic. There is 2 different mechanics that he can do. One which will go into the air and he will cast what I would call the firestorm mechanic. And the second one, it will dash very quickly within the arena and it will drop some bomb in this arena. The easier is probably the second one with the bomb. You will need to stand within the circle, and it's the external part of the circle that is going to be deadly. So you need to run from circle to circle and always stand within the circle in the frame that you have before it explodes and the whole arena is covered in fire. This is the part where you need movement speed, because what can happen is that sometimes the circle are very far, and if you don't have the placement skills or a high movement speed, you will not reach another circle before it explodes. Please note also that within this part, the boss can attack you and body block you, which may delaying you from a second or fraction of a second and prevent you from reaching the circle in time. The second and probably the most dangerous one is the storm, and as the storm is progressing, you need to always be within the 2 blue line that you see. You will have like 1 second or 2 to get between those 2 blue lines and everything is going to explode, and then the blue line is going to change direction and you need to dodge again into the right direction. This is going to be repeated for 7 or 8 times, and then eventually it will finish and you keep going with the combat. In the second phase, the boss is going to do more different attack, and especially a combination with attack that are with the bomb mechanic. The first one is the laser bomb and the second one is the stomp bomb. That's how I call them. Usually they are, one is following the other, and the first one you need to wait outside of the circle and then dodge in at the last moment. Please note that the laser is not one-shotting you, but the bomb does, so it's better to roll before than to roll too late, because rolling before you're gonna take the laser but potentially not getting one shot. If you roll too late, you're going to hit the bomb and then you are going to be killed. The second one is the stomp and roll, so you wait for the boss to hit the circle and then you roll into the middle. You need to be careful with the second mechanic, because as the boss is stomping the ground and jumping back, he can body block you and prevent you from entering the circle, which can lead to death. Now the following mechanics are not going to be lethal, but they can be annoying, they can bring some damage, so depending on the build this can be an issue or not. The first mechanic that you will see is that he's going to put an orb of fire on the ground and is going to pulse some ring of fire. If you hit the ring of fire, it's going to explode and you're going to get some damage. You can roll through those rings to avoid the damage, but comboed with certain mechanic that he is doing, that can lead to a lot of damage together, so be careful with this. I think the best thing is probably to stand very far from this orb so you can dodge pretty easily the rest of the mechanic without getting stunned or triggered with this ring of fire. He's also going to absorb one of the 2 orbs that you see on the map. If he absorbs the purple one, you need to absorb the other one, so the white one, and if you absorb the white one you need to absorb the purple one. So on the purpose of this video I don't do this mechanic because I don't really mind, but this can be annoying as one is going to chill all the ground and you're going to be slowed, which can be annoying for the mechanic of the bomb, and the other one you're going to have a dot, I think, because the floor is burning, and then that can also deal some additional damage to the rest of this attack. That's it for me. If this video has been useful, please consider subscribing to my channel. This is going to help me tremendously. As you see, it's a young channel and every sub counts for me. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video.